Hello, welcome to Yoga Rocks Box. This is Nichi Green from
Hello.
the Yoga Space in Leeds, and she's been teaching for us this week. So, Nichi, talk to us a little bit about the style of yoga that you teach.
I teach Vinyasa Flow, which is dynamic, moving, sort of quite creative. It shifts and changes a lot. What's good about it is you can start off quite gentle and then build it up as people get to know the sequence. So that's what I've done this week. I think it's worked quite well, actually.
And where was the progression from? What did you originally do?
I did Ashtanga, so I've done Ashtanga for years and taught Ashtanga for years, so it's sort of evolved from that sequencing really, but then brought in more of my own style and other influences. Yeah.
And what kind is your practice then still Ashtanga?
Yeah, I do half and half. I do Ashtanga and then flow, and then just do some Hatha Yoga practice as well, so I mix it up quite a bit. Yeah.
And you have your own business.
I do.
The Yoga Space
Yeah.
in Leeds.
Yeah.
And what's it been like building from starting to teach and having your own space? How did it all happen?
It started from me doing a yoga holiday actually, my first yoga holiday in Portugal, and having 25 students, and then just going to a centre, and doing yoga there and having people there together, and I came away thinking I want to have a centre, that's my goal. And then started looking and found a place, and it all happened quite quickly really. So yeah, I think I was just lucky. It was timing, and I was ready to do it, and I just gave it a go. Jumped in and gave it a go.
And it's a lovely space, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about it.
It's in an old chapel, so it's very high ceilings, and it's a very calming space to do yoga in, and people just really like it. It's very airy and big windows, so we have lots of natural light. And the energy is good there. It just leans itself really well to doing yoga in and meditation. So yeah.
And do you think running a business do you think it clashes sometimes with the yoga, or do you think yoga is just fully supportive of what you do?
The only time it clashes is when it comes to sometimes I can be a bit easygoing, a bit too easygoing, a bit too laid back, and then it's just setting like boundaries, and then things like sorting out money and that side of it clashes a little bit with the yoga. But generally, because people are coming to do yoga, and the quality of the teaching is very good, so the money side of it is all right, because they don't mind paying for something that they're enjoying, and they're getting a good teaching, and it's in a beautiful centre, and the quality is good. So
Because that's what I was going to ask you next. You have a lot of good teachers coming.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We've got Manju Joyce coming in September. He's been before. We've had a couple of teachers from the States come over. So yeah, we do. We try and get international teachers coming. But there's so many good teachers in the UK, and also we do a lot of workshops in house as well, because our teachers are good. So yeah.
And there's this new generation of yoga teachers who have had access to all these teachers from around the world, and it's much easier now to find the quality yoga. And do you think that means that this up and coming group of younger teachers, do you think this means that they're going to be higher quality, more experienced than people who kind of had to chase teachers?
I don't know. I hope so. I think the other danger is that you've got people who are doing yoga teaching maybe too quickly, and then starting to teach before they're ready to teach. So yeah. I haven't experienced a lot of younger, maybe these generation teachers you're talking about yet.
No, I'm talking about you, Nichi.
Oh, me. Oh, right. Did get that double.
So it's like, there's a lot of teachers have kind of.
Oh, I see.
Just
I see what you mean.
not like younger but older enough that they kind of have had this experience of these. Because now it's accessible.
Yeah. I think what's exciting is you've got more teachers being creative and putting more of their own passion and their own soul and spirit into it, which is quite exciting, because then you're getting a mix, and certain teachers do certain things differently. So yeah, it's interesting.
And yoga should be fun, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely fun. Yeah, if it's not fun, then it should be fun. I was talking to someone today about this, and it shouldn't be toil. It shouldn't be all toil. There should be some fun, and enjoyment there, definitely. You know, that's why I do it, so it's fun. Yeah.
And we were talking the other day about yoga therapy, about physical therapy and emotional therapy. Can you tell us a little bit more about the difference between those two? And
well, I think the two go hand in hand, just in the sense that I think yoga releases emotional blocks from the body, and you know, I trained as a therapist, and I see that in my students and in myself, you know, and you do the physical work, and then the emotional stuff is released, you know, and that's part of like the calming influence and the peace that you get from doing yoga and meditation. So, you know, it's definitely there, you know, and you can't really avoid it as such. If you're doing a lot of yoga, then you're doing a lot of deep emotional work as well. So whether you realise it or not, stuff's going to come up, you know, and I find that really interesting. I feel like that was really interesting to discover and work with as a teacher, you know, so yeah.
And your classes are very active, and you were saying the other day that you find the sitting meditation quite difficult. So what advice would you give to people, and how important do you think it is to sit if you're doing a nice physical practice? Is it important to sit quietly?
I think it's really important, and you know, it might be that you'll find it easier at the end of your practice than at the beginning of your practice, but you know, we've been sitting for a little bit longer each day this week, and I think today we did 40 minutes, you know, which quite a lot of the students wouldn't have done before, and they all managed it, you know, because we've just built it up over time as the week's gone on. And then we sat at the end of class as well today, so which is a different experience of sitting, you know, but I really focus on the breath, and I think that really, really helps. So you've got that concentration on the breath, and that gives people something to grasp onto, rather than just saying, right, we're just going to sit, and you're going to try not to move, and you're going to try not to think about anything. You know, if you've got the breath to focus on, then you're always coming back to that. And then that links in with the teaching of the flow class as well, that it's all about the breathing and the breath carrying you through. So they've got that all the way through from the meditation. But yeah, I think the stillness, you know, that's why we do the yoga, is so that we can come to stillness, you know. So they have all this movement, and then the stillness is more profound, if you like, at the end.
Yeah, it's been a really nice week with Nichi.
Yeah, I've loved it. It's amazing. Yoga rocks. Definitely.
So yes, and it's been super, and the retreat's been great. Has it been nice teaching, having the same students every day, and just following them?
Fantastic. Yeah, amazing, and just seeing them, you know, progress. Just seeing them in their balancing poses, you know, like Warrior 3, which is quite difficult. And they were all doing it, you know, third day, then fourth day again, and fifth day again, you know, and it's just like amazing. Yeah, it's really good to see it. You know, in the beginning of the week, some of them have not done any yoga before, and then, you know, they get through it and they do it. Yeah, it's fantastic. And in such a setting, it's just wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yay, and thank you for watching Yoga Rocks Box. Nichi Green, and I'm Helen Revel, and bye.
Bye-bye.